Hey, what's up? Mike with Miter Sykes, and I am at the shop, and we got a vacuum cleaner, and I just discovered something. Please tell me you heard that. Hold on. Doesn't that sound like a Spartan's shield recharging off a Halo? 100%. Hey, good morning. Mike with Miter Sykes here. And it's been a while since I've done any kind of video. I work a lot. Anyway, so thankfully I took all those photos the other day. It's allowed me to list a few things every day, which is keeping the algorithm going. I got 2 packages going out today. I'm just going to the drop box right now to drop them off before I head into the shop. Whatnot is going great. Got some new exciting things on the horizon. Sorry I sound very bland. Not my normal upbeat self, but I'm really tired. It was today when I got home. Let's put it that way. And no, not home from the bar or home from work. It was today. Which means the show last night did really awesome. So obviously we're gonna keep it up. All right, back from dropping off those packages. So, what does the future of Miter Sykes? I always talk about work. What does the future of Miter Sykes look like? Whoa, they're doing some crane work there. I'm going this way. I ain't dealing with your stuff. The ultimate goal, and still has been the goal for a long time, and still is the goal. I am literally at that point. I just need to have some free time to get it done and start listing more, which is happening. We did hire 2 new people to run Whatnot. Will they be able to do every single show? Probably not. However, one of them is training on the back end, and I'll just do the shipping, which that saves me probably maybe 12 hours each week that I can now throw back into Miter things. I mean, as far as sleep goes, I'm on my normal routine. Stay up late, wake up early. That's normal for me. I've also got to make sure that the store's all right, so I'm, hauling pallets and that kind of stuff. The team did phenomenal this week. The ultimate goal is to get some sort of a space, storage unit, something like that, and they're actually pretty decently priced out here, and there is climate controlled out here, even though it's a smaller town. So I'll be looking into that. I don't know if there's a wait list. I haven't even called to check on them because there's no use in wasting their time. Oh, excuse me. If I don't have time to go do it right now. I already have shelving. Moving shelving in is not an issue. I would probably purchase maybe a couple more shelves, obviously. But I also don't want to over purchase and get a space that doesn't work. I want to see the space first to see what I need. Do I want to run Miter Sykes full time and quit my job? Probably not. I like the job better. There's more security in that. And it's right up my alley. I mean, it's running a bin store. And it's all modern, new stuff. So it doesn't entice me to source from there at all. Like, I've never even once looked at anything that's come in there and gone, man, I could sell that. Because it's all new stuff and that's not my bag. I like selling used clothing, items, and accessories, which works out perfect. There's no conflict there. And shipping doesn't take too long because I'm not selling 40 things a day. I mean, I wish it was. I'd probably hire somebody. They would just work at the storage unit most of the day. I definitely want to grow Miter Sykes for sure. But I also don't want it to go fast. It is the next morning. And we had a adult clothing Whatnot show yesterday at the shop, and it actually went pretty well. Our clothing, actually all of our shows are slowly improving. We're getting a lot more followers from outside of the local area. Whereas, our local peeps are freaking awesome. And they buy stuff from us all the time, and we really, really, really appreciate them. So shipping is getting longer and longer, especially in the cramped space that we have. As far as my reselling goes, whenever there's a dull moment, whenever I am on a restroom break, I will get one item listed whenever I got a spare second and I'm just sitting there and I happen to think about it and I'll get an item listed. So I am slowly still listing. Not as hardcore as I was when I first moved up here, but again, we hadn't been doing whatnot. I've taken out the last of my payouts from the Bay of Ease so I can grab some McDizzles. So I'm going to order that just here.
Welcome back to McDonald's. Will you send your mobile today?
No.
How can I help you?
Can I get two sausage McMuffins, a large Dr. Pepper?
That a bill?
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. The morning crew here is really good. Hey, this is odd. You're usually on the other side of the register.
Alright.
Will you be coming today?
What was that?
Are you coming today?
I wish. I work Saturdays.
What time do you get off?
4.
We're open till 8.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go later.
Okay.
But I wish I was there at 10.
She's one of our regular customers. That happens a lot in this town. I'll go up to a register, it'll be a regular customer, and hey, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum here. It's about 7:30, 7:40, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars waiting, so probably a good 10 tickets. I'm gonna get in there and get everybody their tickets so they can go get their breakfast and come back. Stuck by the train. Gotta take David to work.
Dad, you say what you said.
And we're stuck by the train. Wow. Okay. Gotta love small town life. And there's the end. All right, here we go. Just stopped in the local thrift store and picked up a few things. So I got this. It's all the different books from the Bible. It's a tie. Eagle's wings. I did not look it up. I just know that sometimes religious stuff can go for good, decent money, and I haven't seen many religious ties. So along the same lines, there's this purple tie. It's got crosses and everything through it. It's for the Lutheran Women's Missionary League. Tried looking it up on eBay. There is stuff for the Ministry League, but there's nothing for specific tie. And if you look right down in there, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it has the initials for the Ministry League with a cross right there on the darker spots. You can see it really well in person. And then this other tie that looks pretty cool. The little binding broke off. Obviously, you just put that in the title. You can cut that. It's a third-party tie sold or made specifically for a local store in our area. But it's a really neat design. It's definitely vintage. And then I have not looked this brand up. It's called DK. It's Little Donkey Andy, but it's like a military green fishing shirt, and it's got these side pockets, and it does have like the venting in the back and everything. It feels really nice. These men's jeans, they're 32 by 34 Old Navy, new with tags. I will pick up most brands if they're new with tags, because if you can get new with tags jeans for used pricing anywhere, that's a good deal. This H&R Block tie I've been looking at, and I've picked up and looked at for pretty much every time I come in here. And I bought a Culver's one, and I believe a Robert's Dairy. Both of those sold. So I promised myself the next time I came in, if it was still here, I'd pick it up. And it was. It seems those company ties actually do sell pretty well. And the last one, probably the find of the day. This was freaking awesome. Duluth Trading. It's a pair of men's jeans, 42.32, retailed for $69.95, new with tags. Dark wash, ballroom double flex jeans, so they're comfy and just a little fuzzy there. Yeah, Duluth. They're really sturdy, relaxed fit, and I have a feeling those will sell not only quick but for really good pricing. And they've got this nice tan lining on the inside and everything. What that little fuzzy got back on here? It's just a little fuzzy. Nothing wrong with the pants. But yeah, that was one of the first things I found. I didn't want to record because all the ladies were literally standing all around me chatting and hanging up and stuff. And it's not that they don't care. I don't think that they would mind. They would just look at me funny. What else have I been doing? Okay, so I took the kids back to Omaha like I usually do. I had them this weekend, which was great. Even the baby, well, toddler now. But I've been getting into, or I should say re-getting into, because now being a bachelor, I can have goofy crap around the house and not worry about decorating. Been getting into bonsai, so I stopped at one of our big local nursery type stores in the area. It was in Omaha while I was there, and for $14.99 I got this ginseng ficus, and then for $5 they had these little jades, and this was the biggest one. They're very easy to propagate, so I can cut right here and literally just plant that in some potting soil and just water it every day, and it'll root itself. They get really thick. That's all water in there. They carry that water with them really well. And this one, you can see, that's all individual plants growing out of the same pot. And then look, there's this little tiny cutting that just, or the thing that fell off. I'm gonna snip that end and I'm gonna plant it, and it will grow. Well, I ordered some bonsai pots specifically for my bonsais off of the internet. Pretty good price too, and it ships from the state next door, so they shouldn't take too long to get here. I'm gonna head home. I had already bought a tree for bonsai. I don't know if I showed you that, but I will here at the end. I have already formed it, so it's meant to be a bush for the outside, and it's got really pretty coloration, but it was bushy when I bought it, but it was only $5, and I've cut into it and made it look more tree-like. It's actually, I think it's pretty good. Obviously it's not bonsai'd yet. I just thinned it out so that I can kind of look at it and get an idea of what I want to do with it. Because for bonsai, it's really weird. I mean, you really cut that tree down to just nubs left, but then slowly over time it'll grow back and it looks freaking amazing. But yeah, I'll show that to you. And funny enough, there's 3 bushes growing right outside my apartment. You know, there's a complex put there, and they're the same type. I didn't even notice it. But we've got a lot of we've got crabapple trees, which will have pretty pink flowers that look a lot like cherry blossoms. And then we also do have cherry blossom trees. I'd like to get a few cuttings of one of those. They're just local. I mean, you can find them here in parks. And then obviously some maples from around here, some pretty maples, and I have a Japanese maple I could probably take a few cuttings from and get a couple more plants out of that. And that's the cool thing about plants is time is your biggest investment when it comes to plants. But you care about reselling, not that. So those Duluth jeans, I don't know what I'm going to list them for. I have to look everything up still, but those alone should probably pay for they're going to be a pretty good profit. They only cost me $3. Oh yeah, so the ties, they're $1 a piece. So as long as I sell one, and honestly, the Duluth jeans will pay for everything. The jeans and the shirt are $3 a piece, and they're flat. Like, they don't raise prices because something else is something or anything like that. They're just flat pricing. Adult clothing $3, jackets $6, tie is $1, boots or hats, mittens, gloves, that kind of stuff 50 cents. Kids clothes $1, I think. I mean, they're really just flat. You know what you're going to pay when you go in there. Sometimes you pay less. Sometimes they're running sales to move inventory, but you never pay more. And they have a punch program, so after so much, you can get $5 off. So they do really well. I know this has been a really long video, and it's going to keep being long, but I didn't want to put one out a day. Oh, I missed my morning video. It's gonna eat up my algorithm, but I'll put one out tomorrow. I just spent a lot of time with the kids last night, and that was more important to me. So, all right, well, here's some footage of my other tree. All right, there's my other little tree. I've already done a little bit of cutting on it. Like I said, I haven't done any molding or anything on it. That stuff's getting crazy. Those are coming up real nice. I'm gonna get one little thing out of there. Actually, it looks like two maybe. There's our new boys. Corn and peppers are coming up. Crazy lettuce. There's some more lettuce. Green peppers. These right here are actually out of there. There used to be huge gaps. Now they're all filled up. I'm gonna have to probably do that again. Carrots, they're not deep enough. I might have to get a bigger planter and just transplant the whole thing. I just drenched these, trying a few cuttings. These are from the bush out front, which is literally, it's the same thing. And these are from that tree right there. I don't even know what it is. We're trying it. I want to get cuttings down before I try to make a cutting of my Japanese maple. Otherwise I can buy another one, but it's like $60. But if I can get a cutting down, then I won't be able to spend, or I won't have to spend $60. All right, it's starting to get really hot, so I am in for the day. I've got a bunch of photos taken so I can list some stuff. I'm gonna edit this video, try and relax a little bit. I got my food delivery coming back. She took a week off because she went out of country on vacation, but she is back, so I should have food delivered tonight, which is great. Yeah, look at that. Oh God. So this channel is less about reselling. I guess it's become more of a kind of a vlog, so I'll have to discuss this. So my son David and I, we went to a comic book store that sells Magic the Gathering, and they sell these Magic mystery boxes. It's probably turned around for you. $10 a piece, and pretty decent amount of cards. And there's always a few uncommons and stuff in there. So value-wise, if you wanted to sell them, you'd get your money back at least. But we buy those kind of like booster tournaments. And what a booster tournament is where they give you like so many packs, and then you have to make a deck out of what you pull out of those packs. Well, these are mystery decks or boxes. We each take a box, make a deck out of what's in the box, and then face each other. It's kind of way of honing in on your deck building skills. Magic the Gathering. I haven't really played it like hardcore since 2000. I'm old. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's been going on so far. A lot of fun stuff. Not really If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, I don't know why. You might as well just subscribe. Like I said, this channel is becoming less about reselling, which I'll still do, and more about just my daily thing. Running the bin store, doing stuff bachelor style, green thumbing, reselling, all sorts of weird stuff. So, thank you.